Bitch, I'm stylish.
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Billie Eilish.
That sounded pretty good. That sounded pretty good.
Better than some other.
But the real question, Ari, is
voice
can you do a Sonic voice?
Of course you can do it.
Sonic's had like 3 voice actors. You got Ryan Drummond, Jason Griffith, and the other guy who also does Mirage from Apex. So
Okay.
I asked for a voice, not a whole incel diatribe.
No, don't get him to do a voice. He can do the voice of a Sonic fan, which is, ooh, look at those trains. I want to build trains,
Yeah.
Sonic, I'd have to listen to it first before doing it off the rip. But Shadow, I can do that off the rip. But I'm not gonna do it because it's so beyond autistic.
Yes.
It's so autistic to do that.
I know. Well, that's implied when you begin talking about Sonic, so you don't need to remind us. No, we'll save that for now because I know we have some hot and heavy opinions about some movie show related stuff coming, and I kind of like this episode because this might be a Tyson's goodie bags episode. There's a few things in Tyson's. It's Halloween coming early. It's a little goodie bag. So
he's got a few mushrooms in his bag.
Oh yeah. What'd you say? About Tyson?
Oh, I said he's got a few mushrooms in his bag.
He does. Yes, the equivalent. Same stopping.
Well, some coins,
power.
I should say.
Yeah.
More gives me Waluigi energy.
Tyson. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Tyson, you're Wario.
Yeah,
Wario.
Yeah, he is.
Just straight out the gate. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yes.
Adam
is Waluigi times 1,000. He's definitely Waluigi. Yeah.
You're right, because Waluigi only attends the tennis games and the Olympic games.
Yep, and he's just like stilty and goes wah, and that's more than Adam can do. So yeah.
Why didn't you invite me?
Yeah.
Who's Ari?
Moya?
Fucking Princess Peach?
Me?
I think I'm Mario. I could be Mario.
You could be.
I'm a manlet Italiano. I could be Mario very easily. Don't say I'm Toad. Don't say I'm Toad.
Who's the most schizo Mario character?
You could be Boo, mate. No, he doesn't act like that. You're Baby Bowser.
Nah.
If you're saying no, I might be onto something. So I don't know.
I might just go with Luigi because Luigi's Mansion and stuff.
You could be the Luigi to my Mario. I'm fine with that. I can get past that. Just a really quick reminder before we move on to Mario, which we might talk about a little more later because the trailer came out. I'm 14th place in the world in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I'm 14th place in the world. So
you really have to throw that one in there.
No one can take that away from me. I've said it before on this show, but I need to reiterate it. I have a rugby shirt that proves I was top 20 in the competition.
Rugby.
14th place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe
you finally admit that rugby is the superior sport.
No, it's just a style of shirt.
I agree, Tyson. I was also going to say maybe my shadow voice wasn't the most autistic thing in this episode.
Hey, I got to show you guys how it's done.
I don't have accolades for my impressions.
But I have accolades for being an incredible Mario Golf player 20 years ago. So, yeah.
That's what really matters in life.
That is, well, I'm still talking about it now, so it must have mattered for something. Please tell me it mattered for something.
Yeah, you got to cling on to something, old man.
Yes, I do.
Tell me, bro, all those hours inside my basement, was it worth it?
Standing in front of a TV, having to press the A button at the perfect point. Yep. Yeah, it was worth it. It was
one of these days, when we have our episode where we're all together, we're going to have a Wii Sports tournament. It's going to happen.
I'm going to fuck you guys
up.
I've been playing my Wii
win
quite a bit.
Oh, careful there.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about the same Wii here.
We know.
What?
We know. All right.
You seem like the kind of person that would be like first in line to buy the Wii U. Not like the original Wii, but like the Wii U. That's the kind of vibe that
I didn't have a Wii U, but I did buy a Switch on launch day, and I bought the Switch OLED on launch day as well.
I tip my fedora to you, good sir.
Yeah, well, I got Switches now, and I actually just ordered a SNES replica USB controller for my Switch. So I'm
They
excited
make an
about
official
that.
one, a Nintendo one.
Oh yeah. It's limited stock, so I jumped on it when I heard about it.
Honestly,
shit,
I
nice.
want to get a fucking Switch, but I feel like at this point it's too late to buy my first
It's not.
one.
I just got mine in June.
Because I
and
feel like
new
the next Nintendo console is going to come out in like 2 years. So what?
No, they're gonna
No.
go with Switch for a while.
It'll probably come. Yeah, it'll probably come out next year. But like Tyson, it's a fucking Switch. Like, who gives a shit? Just swap the old one in and get a new one.
Yeah, it's all the same 10-year-old garbage, as some would say. Okay, so before we get a little more serious, just some housekeeping. I wanted to say thank you everyone who joined us for our 1-year anniversary episode. It was a bit long-winded, but we deserved it, and you deserve to hear it because you're masochists. But
and we
we
enjoyed all your comments as well. Thank you for the support, Kings, as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And also, so after this episode, I'm going on a little vacation. I don't know if there'll be much distance between the two episodes. It might be the same time period, maybe a little bit delayed, but the next episode after this will be the much lauded Halloween episode. Okay. And that's going to be a very important long episode of our personal paranormal experiences, some stories. Maybe we'll get some spooky music or noises in the background. I'll have a soundboard ready. We'll be drinking. So something for you to, we want something for you to listen to by candlelight. And,
And that episode's going to be a completely no judgment zone. So I don't want to hear a thing from you two when I tell my story. So
Tyson really thinks he'll get destroyed by this story. I just want I to tell the most outlandish schizophrenic story, and then Tyson tells a very basic one, like, yeah, I thought I saw a ghost around the corner, and then I just makes fun of him, saying like, yeah, right, that's ridiculous.
No.
Okay, and just on the tail end of this portion, just subscribe if you're listening, or subscribe or like. I know I have to do that whole thing, but we're here, and we give our time, you give yours, so it's a good trade. So.
If you don't like unsubscribe, Wario over here is going to come to your house and what do they call it when they the ground pound? He's going to ground pound you.
Yep,
yeah. Ground
pound. And I think it is canon that Wario emits gas. So
he does,
Tyson,
yeah.
and I know Tyson can do that real good.
He does.
So.
He farts to fly.
The one time I fart. Now it's going to be.
You want to know some
head.
deep Wario lore? In Super Smash Bros. Brawl, there's a cutscene where when Wario is first introduced to the roster, he gets off his bike, his little motorbike, and I think he meets, I think it's Snake, Link, and Samus or something together, and he greets them, and then he farts, and it lets off a massive mushroom cloud in the desert. So this is just.
Does
a
anyone
portion
enjoy
of Tyson's
it? Or?
Power level.
Simply
Yes,
imagine the smell.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be chicken and rice and.
Yeah, seriously. Tyson will post in the food channel a picture of chicken and rice. Like, look what I did, and it's chicken
God.
and rice.
It looks
he did
good.
it again, folks. Whoa!
You guys are
looks
such
good.
It's chicken
fucking
and
like
rice.
hateful.
You make it every night.
Hateful people. Because prior to me,
I'm supporting you.
doing that shit, okay, I was
I'm
ordering
supporting
Uber Eats every single day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna eat chicken, rice, and broccoli from now on. And you guys were like, no, you won't fucking do it. You're fat ass and all that shit. Now I'm doing it, and now it's not enough for you guys. So fuck off, all right?
Hey,
No,
I
it's
supported you, dude. What you?
It's not that it's not enough, but you post what you eat every night, and when you eat every night is chicken and rice, you're not going to get a standing ovation every time. I'm sorry, but I'm proud of you, I guess, if that's what it means. If that'll,
Well,
if that'll
here's
keep you
something
going.
interesting. Mama Tyson is coming to my house this Friday, and I'm gonna make
God
her
bless.
spaghetti bolognese. So I'm gonna follow up with that.
All right, there's a plethora of jokes that are in my head right now, but I'll let them go because I'm a good person. And I just wanted to say, bear with me here, guys. I had a tooth ripped out this morning, so.
Tell me more.
I thought I just heard something.
What?
Did I just hear something?
What?
I hear people in Tyson's dungeon.
No, someone
is that my AC?
someone just played a fart noise.
No, Tyson. I hear people talking, so it's not your AC.
I think it was my TV. It was a little loud, but I definitely just heard something. But we'll get that in post production. I can't understand your accent. It's SpongeBob stuff right there.
Yeah, more in London.
Yeah, seriously. No, I was just gonna say I got a tooth pulled out earlier today, and then a weird gum-like clotting substance fell out of it about an hour ago.
Ew.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but it was very gross. It was kind of like a tumor coming out of my gums. It was very disturbing. So I just cleaned out my mouth and took a Vicodin and having a drink right now. So we should be good. We should be good. But getting your teeth out is really gross. I took a picture of it. You know, it's your teeth down to the root. It's big. It's big and it's gross.
Did they give
and
you
it's
like
bloody.
fucking anesthesia?
It is very big.
No, you just get it numbed with a needle. If you're a complete bitch, you'll get put under. But it was less painful than getting a cavity, honestly, than getting a cavity filled. So, but I'm a veteran. I've had root canals. I've had all kinds of stuff. So I know what's going on. I know what's going on in there. So just yeah, bear with me. But I feel all right. I feel all right. In case you guys are
just
nervous.
brush your teeth twice a day.
Yep. Take it from Kim Moyer. Brush your teeth. Do all that.
Invest in a water pick. Seriously, that shit, it's really fucking good. I use it every day.
My dentist has recommended that to me. Or invest in Dentacoin.
You're about 5 years too late.
I remember when it was one of that and Ravencoin there were coins that were near Link in market value way back in the day. It was around Dentacoin. It was funny in market cap. But those were the good old days.
Fourth Industrial Revolution or dentist?
Yeah, that was a hard choice.
People chose dentist for the longest time because it was above Link for like 6 months.
Yeah, it was doing work. It was doing work.
You know what it is, right? It just occurred to me now. But cubes, things that come in cubes, tend to take a while to mature and become great. So, for example, the GameCube, it wasn't as appreciated back in the day, but it aged like fine wine. Another example is Chainlink, of course. Another example is the Kabbalah and their symbolism. So we take a look.
And also the film Cube, made in 1997.
What a phenomenal movie! What a phenomenal movie! I recommend everyone sees that.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
Semi-horror movie, so it's in tune. Yeah, and the Cube of Saturn. Yeah, so that's good. Lots of great cubes we're talking about today. Look into it, folks. Look into it. But I'll save that. I'll save that. So it's a good lead-in. You brought up Link, so we'll just talk about the markets for a little bit here. And I noticed that I'll just say something I saw yesterday. There was a tweet that said Bitcoin's price went to around 9K on a suicide wick on just one of the platforms. It wasn't real. Okay, what was that about, Tyson?
So I don't know what the fuck happened with BitMEX, but I think they had like a liquidity crisis, and then Bitcoin spiked down to fucking 8K last
God,
night.
I wish that was me.
Yeah,
dude, I know, right? If I
I saw that last night and I got really excited because I don't pay tons of attention. And I saw that. I was like, oh, Bitcoin's going to 8K. Damn. But it wasn't true. So did people get liquidated off that, though? Like when Link went to 1 cent?
I hope so. Anyone still on BitMEX deserves to be liquidated.
I hope so.
That's Arthur Hayes' exchange, is it not?
It is.
Yeah, your boys. He was
actually to be liquidated. That's the man's exchange right there.
So
I can love the man, but not the mission.
Well,
okay. So it's like So that's really in vain of like a no homo, but I'd suck a dick for you, bro. Think about it.
What?
I don't need to think about that, but I will say I saw a tweet from Arthur Hayes today where he was looking for a video. He just said, "I'm looking for a video. You know what it is." And apparently it's a video of the founder of Sushi Swap fingering a horse. And that's what he's been accused of. Have you guys heard about that?
What?
Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not spreading disinformation. Founder fingering horse. I love the stuff that I Google while I'm on here. Okay, this guy, chairman on Twitter, he said, the CEO of Sushi Swap a blah blah market cap cryptocurrency has been accused of fingering a horse. So
Based.
is that based? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Noted.
It's a based book.
So, anyways, Arthur Hayes said in this quote, "There's a video. Y'all know which one I'm talking about. I haven't seen it. Does it exist? If so, please share." I'm not sure if he's referring to the Sushi Swap CEO fingering a horse or not, but the two could be related. Look into it. Do your own homework, and maybe I will too. So, with that being said, there's a little introduction to cryptocurrency right now. Obviously, not much going on.
The state of the crypto space.
Given that,
Yeah, exactly.
given that it's a horse, I guess he could have done that to a male horse as well. Given how they are, you know.
Well, my thing is I think if you took your dick and put it inside of a dog, that would be raping that dog. They can't consent to that. But women have sex with their dogs and horses as well. Those animals, are you
horses.
raping them by them humping? Like, they're consensually putting their penis inside of you. So is that consensual sex? You're kind of taking advantage of the animal, though, are you not?
You know what we need for this?
Not really. I mean,
ironically, I know the solution to this.
if legally escorts can have sex with like people with Down syndrome, then it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Well, that's
Can
because
they?
the Down syndrome guy wants it.
Yeah.
It's not
and
like they're not paying
they can
the
both
Down
consent.
syndrome guy. Yeah, but
Yeah,
like the transaction of
But
money.
like, even if there wasn't a transaction, it's still legal. So I don't think
Okay,
it's
well, I
different.
mean, the simple solution to this is by using Neuralink technology and then having a chain link smart contract. So you know, one that can't, one that's undeniable. You know,
This game really makes
Okay.
you feel like the horse.
the exaggerated swagger of a horse cock.
That's a great title name right there. I hope the algo likes that one. But there was that old video, and I swear we'll talk about financial stuff in a second. But you guys remember, this is old internet, goat see 2 girls, 1 cup type stuff. There's a video going around of a gay guy getting reamed out by a horse and then
I was gonna
dying.
bring that up.
You were going to bring, you had that on deck.
That's a classic, right there.
The classic
never watched it.
The classic 2 kinos, 1 man, 1 jar, and 1 man, 1 horse. The symbolic duo.
Yeah, yeah, there's one guy in jar, 2 guys, 1 cup. There was also that fucked up one, 3 guys, 1 hammer. That don't look.
Oh, dude, that's fucked up. Holy
that
shit.
one's fucked.
That scarred me so bad when I was a kid.
Well, do you guys remember the BME, like body mutilation Olympics or something, where guys would
That has to be
nail
fake,
and
right?
nail through their balls? Looking back, I think it was, because I watched briefly some clips and it was literally just, I'm gonna smash my balls with a hammer and they pop out like an egg, and I'm like, my balls are hurting.
The
just
worst
saying
one.
it.
The worst one was one guy, one screwdriver.
I don't even want to know.
Just
I don't
takes
even
a screwdriver right to his Jap's eye and. Is that
All
a
right.
derogatory term overseas?
I don't know what that is. Is that his balls or his
I
forehead?
just realised, that might actually be a racist term.
Well,
Jap's
there you go.
eye, bruh.
No, because in the UK we refer, like, the Jap's eye means the dick hole. But I just realised, like,
Come on, what the
sounds
fuck is that?
yeah, but I know, but I never really put like the two. I never put 2 and 2 together and realised that. Oh wait, like it's not like one word; it's actually 2 words, and that's kind of blew my mind. What the fuck?
Well, that's all right. You're a racist, and we got it on film. So
Oh no.
it is what it is. So before I exposes himself any further, and to go back a little bit, no, Bitcoin is not at 9 or 10K. It's actually at 19K right now. And Tyson, you have anything to say about that?
I want to do a victory lap because SPX did exactly what I said it would last time I talked about it. So, if you guys remember last time, I said SPX looks like it was bottoming out at around 26, the mid 2600s. I said it would pump off to resistance at about 28 to 2850. And then if it doesn't break that on the first go, it's probably going to dump back down, back to 2600-ish. And that's where we are.
Did it do
you
that?
guys-
Looking at the same SPS.
Yeah.
Well, did it have that relief pump to what you were talking about, Tyson? Because I think it did.
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
people briefly optimistic?
When it pumped off the 2650 bottom, that was the recent like mini rally that we had.
Yep.
For a couple
Okay, I
alts.
do remember that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Looking at the wrong thing.
So we're just bleeding down right now is really what's going on, and that's going to Bitcoin as well, and that's why it's at 19K, and that's why 15 or 16K is coming any second now. Any second now we'll be getting.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of inclined to agree at this point. Like, macro worldwide looks so fucking shit, it's unreal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's no real catalyst to get it moving again. So
there isn't.
I'm not sure what the next move is, and maybe this is this just a byproduct of Fed tightening their money policy with higher interest rates, or just blase?
Well, a lot of people smarter than me have mentioned that it's because the Fed raised rates way too quickly. Mm-hmm. If they just kept it at 3%, and then as inflation died down, they just dropped it slowly to 2%, and then etc., it would have been fine. But the Fed just went crazy, and they raised it way too fast. So I think that's probably why we're seeing an offloading of risk on assets at this point.
So I'm starting to think that I'm starting to be Team Fed, honestly, lately, because people complaining about inflation, so the Fed pushed up interest rates to try and combat this, and now people are complaining about high interest rates. Which would you like?
No, but they did it in such a retarded way. There's a way to do it, but the people that are in charge of the Fed, they just went Coomer mode activated, and they just fucking went hike after hike, and it was not the right way to do it. That's all I'm gonna say. I
think DXY is probably the best indicator right now. I mean, the next resistance level for that is around 121-ish. So I think if we ever tap that thing, that's probably a good place to long other things, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and don't even talk about fucking alts at this point, because alts are absolutely beholden to Bitcoin. And it's going to stay that way for a long ass time, I feel like. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're not going to have any fucking alt flows, at least in the foreseeable future, until SPX or fucking Bitcoin fixes itself, which could take a while.
I mean, if you're looking at this length of action on Bitcoin, it was at, let's just say in June 2019, it was around 12 to 13K. Then it didn't break out of that range until October 2020. So more than a year after that. And that was after some very painful price action as well, during some interesting market events. So we're barely into 3 or 4 months of pain from Bitcoin ranging in a select area. So I think there's way more time to go, way more pain to be had. Well,
you know what has been doing kind of okay though? Fucking PYR, the one I showed a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah,
what?
yeah. The Bitcoin pair looks fucking good. It's holding up pretty okay, and it was one of the fastest alts to recover this recent dump.
Really?
What's the liquidity like, though?
It's on Binance, so you're fine.
Oh.
I just moves the goalposts immediately.
Yeah.
Believe in your success. Okay, so I'm sorry if I missed it, but you're pretty much saying that because of what's going on with SPX, that bleeds down to Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin doesn't stand a chance, which means alts don't really stand a chance, except for, I guess, PYR occasionally. So, again, this is just more time for you to stock up. It's more time for people to stock up. Yes, slowly moving money into their chosen coin, PYR. That's exactly what it is. Well, I'll just say it's strange to see investments faltering to this degree, and this you could call it stagnation, but the visible, tangible market I don't want to say consumer goods, but we'll just say jobs market is doing very well. I mean, there aren't enough jobs for people to hold on to for employers to hold on to with employees.
I feel like I'm not sure if I believe that. Honestly, I feel like that's maybe like an American-centric thing because it's pretty bad here in New Zealand. Yeah.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, do you have a glimpse on that, even though you'll never hold a job in your life?
No, I really don't have a glimpse on that. I'm not even going to fucking try and not.
I haven't seen the outside in 3 weeks. No,
the job I even have now is... I should be grateful for that.
Yeah, well, we don't need to delve into that, but we're all very proud of you. So great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, but at least in America, I mean, people are still buying houses. People are still working jobs. People are still getting paid well. We have a great economy. We have an incredible president.
Oh yeah.
That's keeping us out of foreign engagements, and I just saw a very nice text where. He was just talking to his son and telling him how much he loves him, even though he's a huge fuck up. So maybe he's a good dad too. But I'm Team Biden for now. I'm riding with Biden for a little bit. So maybe that's
he's not a real fucking person. He's just like you don't think he actually does anything, right? Like he just does whatever the deep state wants him to do.
Well, I do the deep state. I do
but
think
it's true,
that.
Though.
No, I certainly agree.
Shadow president.
I get annoyed when people say something along as a dark Brandon and this is Biden doing this and that. And it's like, no, he's not really doing anything. But hey, I like what's going on in my country right now, jobs wise. I think
appreciate the aesthetics of Biden. I'm guessing.
Wow, when he's in the ridiculous convertible with his aviators on, you can't help but enjoy it a little bit. And his son balls out of control, and I can appreciate that. I don't appreciate them being basically child molesters, but whatever. You can't win them all. So, but
you win some, you lose some. Just a minor smudge on the record, right?
Yeah, a minor, some would say. So, all right. I mean, do you guys have any afterthoughts on what's going on in the economy right now, or what's going on with anything crypto related?
So if you guys didn't know, huh?
Go ahead, Tyson just said bye PYR, I think. So
no, I said go ahead, as well.
Oh, you know what else? This would be an incredible opportunity for Tyson to mute his phone because he's a fucking loser. So, but go ahead,
What, did someone's phone go off?
Yeah, his phone went off twice. I've been counting.
Huh. Interesting. Right. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just you said you had something to say about the current economy, or just
So I was looking through the FBI's website. And apparently they have like a database of what was on Osama Bin Laden's laptop, and one of those things was pirated copies of Final Fantasy and episodes of Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, and
based One Piece Chad,
a bunch of Nintendo games on an emulator.
Isn't this old news that he had a bunch of cool shit on his laptop, or what?
Yeah, this isn't new news, but
I think you're leaving out the most important thing. I think they found like 400 gigs of porn on his laptop as well.
Really?
All right.
Wait, what kind?
All right. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm gonna kill whoever just did that.
What?
It was Ari.
No, it's not. I didn't do shit.
I just heard a fucking phone go off twice after I said to mute your phones.
My phone's on mute.
It was Ari.
No, it wasn't.
That sound was different than the sound Tyson's phone makes, so I think I is messing with me on the soundboard.
It was not me. I swear to
you. Literally realize I will be in your country next week. I will find you. I'm like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. I will fuck you up.
You know you can. Okay, after this episode, you can go through Iris and have a look at like Tyson's channel on its own and listen to Tyson and really get to the bottom of this. So I'm telling you now, it was not me.
So I'm going to practice my news reporter routine. I'm just getting news now from the Central Reuters reporting hub that I has been texting Tyson to make his phone notifications go off on his phone to make the noise so it bothers me. So we have a complete Tyson just sent me a screenshot of his phone screen, and it says Ari notification.
It's not true. It's not true. No, it's not.
Yeah. I just whipped that up in Photoshop in 5 seconds since we mentioned it. Right?
Tyson has another phone, and he's literally texting himself. It's either that or it's his friend Ari, and I'm not his friend.
Wow. So this is just. My Anakin moment. You turned him against me.
You know what, Tyson? Go ahead and open that. Tell me what you see, because I didn't send you anything.
Nope, it's probably gonna be pictures of gay black men, so I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you have no evidence that I sent you anything.
You ever hear that video of the guy saying, "You got no evidence," that he's like saying how he's not a nonce or whatever? You got no evidence to back you up. Just a little classic. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you don't have anything to say about the economy, because I'm about to reach into Tyson's goodie bag. Oh, you just mentioned it though. I watched the first episode of the new Bleach last week. And
okay. All right.
I thought it was very good. It feels like the show matured a little bit, and I'm a little bit of I'm a recovered weeb, but it doesn't mean I can enjoy some things that I've watched about 10 years ago, and it's incredibly good. I love it. I think I've just come to accept we all have our shonen garbage that we swear by. So, Tyson has One Piece, you have Naruto, and I have Bleach, and that's just how
it's funny
because
those are the big three, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those three were the kings back in the day, so it kind of all comes together here.
What would fucking Adam's anime be? Like, probably some gay shit.
It'd probably be Dragon Ball or something. Be like, I don't watch that stupid shit. It's so stupid.
He's like, yeah, bro, like the writing is so good in like...
Or when Goku goes Super Saiyan, mate, it's just Kino.
Mate, it was so fucking hard. It was actually Kino. All right. Can we not talk about anime, guys? Let's talk about the new Netflix show.
Can you move on?
I don't want to discuss physics, all right? Let's just talk about politics,
guys,
okay?
I don't want to hear this. All right, moving on.
I just want to talk about X. Says nothing about X or drives conversation around X. Wow, cool podcasting, Ahmed. Really love it. All right, so
quick rundown. I was asking you. Can you give me? So, as I understand, because I'm not a Bleach guy, the manga ended horribly. So what's this new anime thing being? Is this like all new anime canon or something?
I actually don't know if it lines up with the manga or not. I don't think it does. It's called the 1,000-Year Blood War or something, but it was very gory. It was much gorier than I remember the original Bleach being, and a lot less light, but the show ended terribly as well. It had a very rushed ending on an arc that obviously wasn't fleshed out. So it's good that they're getting this second chance, and I have a lot of really good memories watching Bleach. I really, really enjoy it, and it really doesn't have much depth at all. I mean, Ichigo is a pretty boring character, and so are all of his friends, but I love it. It's so...
Oh.
It's shonen garbage, so...
Oh, okay. I thought you for a second.
I actually... yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of shonen garbage, I actually branched out recently, and I watched my first isekai anime.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You know, like shonen...
ecchi or whatever?
No. Come on, bro.
What is it, yaoi or something?
No. No. Isekai is like fucking, the guy wakes up in like a new world or some kind of shit. It's not shonen where like they have like all these insane power-ups. It's just like...
Where he wakes up and there's four girls like obsessed with him or something?
No, that's a harem. It's like this guy's like a loser in real life, then he dies. He dies and then he fucking wakes up and he's like a mage or some shit. But I watched this anime called Mushoku Tensei, and it's actually really fucking cool. It's this guy's a fucking incel. Pretty much he's like a neat incel. And then
he's just like me.
He gets hit by a truck and then he wakes up as a baby and he's born anew in this like fantasy kind of like world. And yeah, he just becomes a fucking sick mage and has a hot GF, so I liked it.
This sounds like Re:Zero. Did you ever watch that? It sounds like Re:Zero.
Yeah, Re:Zero is an isekai as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fair. I can take those then. I can take that.
I also just wanted to add something that we're talking about anime is that Naruto's 20th anniversary was quite recently, and they made a Kino 10-minute like tribute to the entire series where they remade basically the most iconic parts of the series, basically summarizing the entire story in 10 minutes. And some,
that's
like,
awesome.
Kino animation.
I mean,
and
it's a
now
shonen. There's zero depth, you know.
Oh no,
no.
Okay,
he fought
sorry.
really hard, lost, and made good friends, and then won. Wow, amazing!
No,
Bravo.
Of the big three,
honestly,
Naruto has the most depth.
No, dude. Honestly, Ari, Naruto has already aged worse over time, and One Piece has aged better over time.
Excuse me.
It's true.
Excuse me.
It's true.
Bravo,
I literally
Plinko
can't.
Machines.
I can't rewatch Naruto episodes to this day, but I can easily rewatch One Piece because it's so. It's just fucking cringe. I can't watch it. You know.
Did you watch the fillers or English dub?
No, I watched.
More nostalgic.
I watched the non-filler set list.
Okay. Did you read the manga?
I did.
I
read it every single week when I was in high school until it ended.
Nice. Yeah, those are good times. Those are good times.
Okay. Well, you know, I'm glad we scratched that anime itch. You know, it happens from time to time. I haven't watched it in years, and the last anime I
You're
watched
such a fucking liar. Holy shit.
What?
Yeah, Moria, we've seen your fucking anime list. You're probably like the most into the most obscure anime out of all three of us.
I cleared out that list is very old. The last anime I watched was during COVID in 2020, and it was called Hanibado, and it was about women playing badminton. I use the term women very loosely, playing badminton, and it was good. But before that, I hadn't watched it for years, and then
Watch Mob Psycho 100.
Yeah, I actually heard that was really good. I can't even talk
season
trash
3
about
just
that.
started, so it's good stuff.
Okay. So okay. Moving on from anime a little bit. Yeah, the only show I'm truly catching up with right now besides Bleach is I don't know how to say it. Walking No Dead.
Yeah, I know, dude. I have something to say about that as well. I heard that The Walking Dead is finally ending. It's like the final season. So press S to spit on this fucking zombie of a film.
I will never. I have been a loyal Walking Dead watcher for the past 10 to 12 years, and I will not stop now. I just watched the newest one last night. It's part of my life, unfortunately, is watching that stupid show.
You just reminded me, I need to deep fake Tyson's face onto that guy.
What, the Asian guy that gets beat up?
Yeah.
How about when he goes, Maggie? Yeah, what would Tyson be yelling though when he gets his brains bashed in? What's Evelyn?
Laura?
No, what's the name of his imaginary girlfriend that he fell in love with? Yeah, or Solana. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So
he'd be getting hit and he'd be like, "Oh my god, fuck off, dude."
Who is that?
It's Tyson.
Oh yeah, he does say that. He goes, "Fuck off, dude." Yeah, he does. He does.
It's like, no, I don't. Stop.
You know, you got good bait on Tyson when he goes, "Oh, fuck off, dude." He does do that. That's so funny. All right. Well, we talked about it earlier, and I thought I would wait longer to bring it up again because I thought you guys would have more to say about finances. But I seem to want to talk about Bin Laden's secret stash more. So
okay, let's take a break from this topic and let's enjoy a Coca-Cola. Shall we?
Okay. All right. So listen, to preface this, Tyson's got his goodie bag of tricks that he has and brings to episodes. And there's something that stuck out to me and when we were reading it. He has a caption that just says, Coke Zero changed. So would you like to... You make it sound like it changed, but I did it. Yeah, Coke Zero. So Tyson, enlighten us on this.
So recently I've made a few... physiological discoveries about myself, and it has to do. And this discovery was set upon me through Coke Zero. So I'm pretty sure my taste buds have like been fucked up or changed the past like 3 weeks because every time I try Coke Zero now, there's this fucking weird like metallic aftertaste, and it's only with Coke Zero or fucking Sprite.
In a can?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at first I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's like it's an old batch from like this one specific restaurant that I go to.
An old batch.
But I fucking went to like all these other places, and it's the same thing. It's fucking weird. Coke Zero has changed for me.
So I have two things to say to you. First of all, you've been diagnosed with cancer. Second of all, it's probably because like since you've been eating a lot more cleanly, you have less of a Kuma's taste buds now.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
maybe
like
your
disgusting
taste buds
now.
are more active and refined.
It tastes like fucking metal.
Isn't that the like the glucose in it or something? Isn't there some weird thing in there that people always talk about? Yeah, the only thing I could relate to with that, Tyson, is when I had COVID, the first batch, the 2020 batch. The real ones know what that COVID feels like. And when I would not even eat certain things, when I wake up in the morning, I would have a metal taste in my mouth. It would taste like I had metal in my mouth. And that was a byproduct. I got a symptom of COVID at that time.
Damn.
So I'm not saying you have COVID, but having a metallic taste in your mouth is a thing. You are heard, but believe all Tysons about their Coke Zero changes. So no, I don't think Coke Zero's changed. Why don't you just try out Diet Coke and see if it still happens? How about you do that?
Why don't you just drink water as God intended?
I have actually. I've been drinking 3 liters of water every single day.
I'm not the healthiest person on the planet, but I rip water hard, and I refuse to get a filter. I only drink bottled water. I don't do the filter thing. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is based.
You guys need to do that in America.
Well,
yeah, with fucking Flint and shit. But you guys should try tap water in your country. You guys should try tap water in fucking New Zealand. It's like more pure than NYC water. It's so good.
Well, that's not a very high standard you've set.
NYC has like the cleanest tap water in the world. One of the cleanest.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't see that.
Why couldn't you see that?
Is this a gross giant city? Why would their tap water be clean?
Because it comes from like a reservoir that's like really pure.
Yeah, because like it's a small country and they probably have a lot of reservoirs. Yeah, and it's.
He's talking about New York City. I thought you were talking about New York City.
Oh no, he said New York City's like a really low standard.
No. Okay. It's one of the highest. NYC.
What, New York?
Yeah.
What?
The tap water.
No.
Everyone fucking like goes on and on about like how NYC tap water has a special thing inside it because it's so pure. And that's why the pizzas are so good.
Fluoride, lithium.
They say that they say that the pizzas in NYC are so good because the dough is made with NYC tap water.
Yeah, because they're tripping their nuts off and brainwashed by the water itself. Like it's basically. It's MK Ultra syrup is what it is. If you want good tap water, go up to like a mountain and then like drink like directly from the river. I want to go to Japan and go up to Mount Fuji and just fucking go prone on the river and just go like
No, there's fresh spring. You can go to a stupid fucking mountain in the Poconos and get fresh spring water. And yeah, it's great. It's amazing.
That's still American though. So like spiritually, it's not as good.
Spiritually, okay.
Aesthetically.
Whereas in Japan, you're drinking away the tears of ancient samurai warriors.
I am now imagining I knelt down on a mountainside in a kimono with a wooden box, like sipping his fresh spring water,
meditating under.
In a kimono, dressed up as a fucking geisha. Like a white face and like lips.
There you go. There you go. All right, Tyson. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to keep a lookout on this. We'll have to check out on this next time we talk about it. So in 3 or 4 weeks, I might try some out. Actually, I might give some of that a shot, and I'll see if I'm coming from the same direction as you. But for now, we'll just move on real quick because we talked about it earlier. Gave a little teaser. What did you guys think of the Mario movie trailer?
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Reddit as fuck. I hate it. Like down to I said this before, but like, oh my god, the Toad thing as well. Oh, it's even more. Like, don't eat that mushroom. Just kidding. This one's totally fine.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
Shut up. Yeah, what was that?
Yeah,
that was incredibly disingenuous. Go ahead.
It kind of seems like fucking soulless, and I hate to use the word, but like Reddit as well. You know,
yeah, it has Seth Rogen in it, doesn't it? I can just tell. I haven't even looked at the cast, but it's got him in it, hasn't it?
it looks like Japanese people trying to be American. It just seems very culturally misplaced. They should just lean into being weird Japanese people instead of Americanizing things. And they occasionally make that mistake.
That's the upsetting thing. So, like, Shigeru Miyamoto is actually one of the guys, like, working closely on it. It's just, come on, man. Like,
so how's he, alive, and how's he not a child molester? He's a child molester, isn't he?
What? No!
No one said anything about... He's the first thing I think of when I see that guy. He just draws weird little child cartoons all day and looks like a weird... He's got to have something going on. No? Is he gay? Is he gay?
What the fuck, Moya?
Well,
no, listen. So, hold on.
Holy
Kid
based.
Moya.
I like this line of reasoning.
We've got a guy here called Kid Moya, okay? Admitted to fingering a 12-year-old. And like anyone who does stuff for children is now a child molester. I'm thinking projection here, if anything.
No. Honestly, he's kind of right. Like someone that's like really deep into the fucking like children entertainment world. There's something sus about that shit. Like fucking Mr. Rogers. You just know Mr. Rogers was hard as fuck during the entire time they filmed it.
Tyson, I'm gonna need you to back off immediately of Mr. Rogers, all right? He was a good man.
You just know he was hard as fuck during that entire filming.
You are soulless bastards, and I hope you never become fathers.
Look at Miyamoto talk for 30 seconds. You know, he's just weird and frail.
Dude, he joined Nintendo when he was young himself. He was young himself when he joined. You gotta remember.
Yeah, they groomed him right into the top. I remember when I was lifeguarding and there was a dad who all the parents would be hanging out and drinking and having a good time, but this one dad would want to hang out with all the kids on the dock and play games with them and be like, "Hey, Timmy, your turn to jump." This guy, adults shouldn't want to do that. He's probably...
What are you on about? Adults, like, biological purpose is
they want to dump their kids off to me, the lifeguard, to watch them, and then he can go over and hang out with the parents and have drinks. Instead, he doesn't hang out with adults his age and chooses to hang out with a bunch of little kids on the dock.
That's true.
Weird.
True.
That's Miyamoto kind of shit. That's weird. So I'm not...
No, you're wrong, and I'm going to stand by that. You said wrong.
The maneuver is you dump your kids at the beach, and then you have fucking mimosas at the beach bar. You're not supposed to play with the kids on the pier.
Yeah, that's your time to kind of just let them run off and do their thing.
Why can't... If they're family, or like, if you're like a teacher, or like you work in some industry where, like, you know, you're doing stuff for kids, like, why couldn't you?
Okay. All right. Well, we've all made our case in that short story there. So I'll just go back to it. I'm not gonna. I just want to say one more thing.
Okay. So, you guys think Michael Jackson was innocent, right?
Yes. I do.
What the fuck, man? Okay, go on. Move along. I think he's innocent as well.
They just BTFO'd your fucking entire hypothesis.
No. With everything you just said, I totally expected you to say, no, he's definitely a fucking nonce.
No, he had a little bit differently because he was robbed of his childhood, so he wanted to be around children to feel childhood again. But Miyamoto he's just, I'm getting molested, I'm going to molest other people. He's just all up in there. No evidence of it, but hey, one day those skeletons will get overturned.
Why am I defending the honor of a random Japanese man across the world?
I don't know, but my Vicodin's fully kicked in, and I guess these are the things I say when I'm on it. So whatever. So here we are. But I'll go back to it because my first takeaway from that trailer was Bowser was OP as fuck. What was that? Like, he's OP. You see it? He burnt down that entire penguin village in one breath.
It was made of ice, so.
Yeah, but that was a lot of fire he breathed out of there, you know? So, I don't know. But I kind of liked it. I was on board with that. But I will say, that Chris Pratt voice, and I don't hate Chris Pratt. I very much like him, actually. That Chris Pratt voice is inexcusable. That voice is inexcusable.
So he's putting in, like, no fucking effort. He's like, mushroom.
Prior to Mario 64, where the voice actor we all know as Mario became, like, Mario was actually just like a New Yorker Italian, and that's how he sounded. Yeah.
In what?
His only auditory depictions, like vocally, were in like advertisements and and
Wasn't there a cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon,
Okay.
the TV shows. You know the one that's like, do the Mario, spin your arm. No, wait, move your arms from side to side. Come
And
on,
that's what he sounded like.
come on.
So maybe my
Yeah,
issue
yeah.
is this: Chris Pratt barely even sounds like that. It sounds like someone lazily sounding like Mario. Like
Yeah,
if
you
I
should be
sat here
Mario.
and went, "Yeah, it's a me, a Mario," like that's what it would be. It's just so boring. I don't get it. It's just not. He's not even trying. It sounded
It really
bad.
is a travesty that fucking James Gandolfini isn't the one that's doing the voice acting.
That is true. That is
I
the
think they should
biggest
just get
loss
Robert
we
De
had.
Niro.
No,
yeah,
no,
I don't want him.
it's
I don't
either
want him getting work.
it's either Gandolfini or fucking Joe Pesci.
That would certainly be something. So, I think Sean Penn could probably do a good Mario too. I would be fine with that. So.
Dude, imagine fucking Mel Gibson Mario. That would be Keno as fuck.
So, okay,
That would be.
I think we can all agree that Sonic Mogs, the movie.
Oh.
It's just they're two completely
Yeah,
different
okay.
things. So,
No, they're not.
but listen, I'm still gonna go and see it. It's fine. But I was a little disappointed by it.
Sonic is coming back. We've got the Sonic movie. We've got that new Netflix show, and then the new game, Frontiers.
Mhm.
It's coming back, and then we're gonna have Mario bashing up against them, and then
Yeah, this is like another Spider-Man scenario. Like, Ari talks about fucking Raimi and Spider-Man so much that I hate it now, and same with Mario and Sonic. Like,
Well, this Sonic thing
I
is
can't
just
do it.
it's just I don't understand how you could be into it that much. It's just really
listen. When I was a kid, I was a Sonic autist. I'll fully admit that.
we can tell. Trust us. We can tell.
I know all the lore, and everything.
I can
All
smell
right.
it from here.
I'm
Tyson,
gonna
Tyson,
reach.
I'd rather that than fucking. I don't even know.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. So, you know what? I'll do a dealer's choice. I'm going to spin the wheel in Tyson's goodie bag. And Tyson, you can talk about the thing you want to talk about next. So,
Let's go.
You see your list. Why don't you give it a rip? Give it
All
a
right,
rip.
so
What we got?
I've been looking for remote work, so I can travel and shit. And I had some tip-offs about Philadelphia, where some of us live. And I did some deep dives in fucking Philadelphia, and apparently there's this really interesting street called Kensington Avenue. So, dude, if you search up Kensington Avenue 2021 on YouTube, there's like fucking all these videos with like 4 million, 5 million views, and it's just a street full of like drugged up like heroin addicts. So
I used to live around there.
Whoa! Okay.
What?
No, I'm looking at it now. The first thing that came up.
Let me see. I'm not going to bring it up on my end because I lived it, but I'll just say going to work in the morning, I'd have to drive down the lower portion of Kensington Avenue, which isn't even that bad.
shit.
And people, you want to talk about The Walking Dead? People are lumbering by your cars like zombies. Like, the thing is, the reason why I could never be a crack addict is because you must feel so terrible that morning, or do you just not care? Like not being able to shower, that would get to me. A lot of that stuff would get to me after a while. So I don't know. That would be tough. But yes,
no, when you're on crack, the only thing that matters is more crack.
There is no way this place is real. What the fuck?
That's kind of nice though. So imagine your life is just you having to worry about getting crack, not getting a good job and paying off your house and raising a family. It's just I just need crack. Just that's it for the next day. So maybe they got to figure it out. They probably look at us and they're like, "Oh man, these weird people that live in houses."
Dude,
Anyways,
this is
I'm
fucking
gonna
video
go do
called
crack.
This is video called I injected meat tenderizer sauce into my bloodstream.
And what does that do?
I guess it makes her arm like more tender, I guess. What the fuck? Is this really what Philadelphia is like? It's not a good look, man.
No, it's not. Actually, I will say Philadelphia doesn't have a huge, compared to other cities, they definitely are here. It doesn't have a huge psychotic homeless problem. It has a violent crime problem, absolutely, but there's not a huge homeless problem. Maybe because they're all quarantined on that stretch under the Market Frankfurt line on Kensington Avenue. So It's oh wait, I just posted a video. Or no,
So maybe it's
Tyson. Tyson just posted a video. It looks like a guy shitting in a street. So if you go far up Kensington Avenue, maybe we'll take a street tour when you come by, Tyson, and we'll drive up Kensington Ave, and I'll show you when you push up into Port Richmond past Kensington, you're seeing the real good stuff. So I don't know.
Make sure we get some concealed carry shit when we're there, all right? I don't want to leave without.
No, you gotta live it.
Concealed carry, Tyson.
Nah, yeah. You gotta be in it to win it when you're out there. So, yeah, I just don't understand where they're all getting this crack from and how they're all not just dying of fentanyl. And maybe they do just die in the streets. So, but that's where the crack rock's gotten slung.
Maybe the entire place. Maybe it's just an experiment and like
a social experiment.
Long-term exposure to this environment. Just makes you like this. Like maybe there's some like radio tower like blasting these frequencies down at the population, and they just one day became like this. Like something just clicked in them. Maybe it's like you gotta live there, and the towers kind of install some kind of Trojan virus.
There's a YouTube channel called Kensington Now, and it's got like 100,000 subs. And this is videos of Kensington. What the fuck?
Maybe I should go start a channel like that.
Maybe that's what the real moon mission is: Kensington farming.
Yeah. Forget mining asteroids. Mine the souls of Kensington drug addicts. I'm not sure. I'm not quite
so
sure.
what's
where
it like
we
at
go.
night then, driving through there? I'd imagine it's like playing Dark
It's
Souls.
worse. It's worse than the morning and midday. That's for sure.
All right, then I have an idea for all three of us. Then we go there at midnight, and we're armed with like a child's kind of medieval armor set, and we LARP as Dark Souls players.
The living dead.
Yeah, like lighting campfires and like rolling around for no reason.
That's pretty funny. I'll give you that. Well, they do put up campfires, so we should just go around one of them and pretend
Like campfire
bonfire
lit.
lit. Yeah. But no, to fully answer your question, Tyson, no, most of the city is not like that. That's a very special street. We all hold warm in our hearts. But also, shout out, Eagles are 5-0, Phillies are in the playoffs. You guys wouldn't understand what those things mean, but they're a big deal.
I know what that means.
Okay. Well, I'm very, very proud of you. Another thing that I saw on here, Tyson, just spitballing here, but the ones that pique my interest are the ones with these, more mysterious descriptions. So I have Princess Diana was ugly theory. What is that?
Okay, so it's actually a really revealing statement I read on Twitter a few days ago. And it's the theory that Princess Diana was someone that was ugly enough that every single white woman in the world could say, oh, she's so beautiful, because they didn't feel threatened by her appearance.
What?
That's your story.
Tyson?
I mean, I was merely interested because I'm not a huge Princess Diana fan, but I know we've talked about that in a previous episode, so you can't win them all there. But yeah, she does have type of a demure British look that some women might find relatable. But wow, it's the female version of wow, she's just like me. Was Princess Diana just the female Andrew Tate? I think that's what it was.
No. Like normal people would perceive Diana as like beneath them in terms of like looks, but they would say that she's attractive because it would make them feel better. That's the hypothesis anyway.
Well, that's certainly something. I don't know. Do you have any commentary on that? Or
I don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know what side of Twitter Tyson was on to find that.
That is a very strange side of it. I'm not familiar with that one as well.
Yeah.
But that's a good one. I saw something that actually bothers me. I guess we're talking about public/political figures. Did Tulsi Gabbard switch parties to Republican or no? Did she just leave the Democratic
I think she's
Party?
about to switch to Republican, but she just left. She retired as a Democrat congresswoman. 2 days ago.
This kind of ties into two things that have really been bothering me lately. If you find yourself forming sentences with the words virtue signal, woke, kind of words, SJW, those kind of words have been so overused, I've become numb to them, and I think many people have as well. And Tulsi Gabbard she doesn't specifically say those words, but she talks. I just feel like she's behind the curve on a lot of things that she's saying. The things that we were already talking about 5 or 6 years ago, but we have to worship her because she was a Democrat and she's saying them now. I'm kind of not buying it. She's lucky she's hot. I mean, you saw her in that shooting range video. She's got a nice ass and she's still in good shape. So I'm all over that. So I'll gladly vote for her. I just thought it's not that she's disingenuous. Maybe she's just posturing and thinks she can get further politically. Maybe she has some ambition by doing this, but I don't know.
Is it she's behind the curve, or is just the modern right so coon-brained that they have to keep going to more and more extremities that what seemed like reasonable 4 years ago is just now a far shout, you know?
What do you mean by their coon brain? Sorry.
So
I know what a coomer is, obviously.
You know the whole cycle, right? Like a coomer starts off with like regular porn, and then they get more and more specific, like in an extreme, like BDSM, and then they start going down to like fucking furry shit. I feel like that's the same thing's happening with the right. Like they would start out with like SJWs are retarded, and now they're saying, oh, we have to like form like a ethno state and all that stuff. It's like, maybe we're just too extreme, you know?
That could have something to do with it.
Maybe she represents like a return to normalcy, you know?
That would be nice, and maybe that's why we need someone to get us back there that people can cling to, because people are very scared to latch on to far right, far left figures, and they want to be somewhere in the middle, and maybe Tulsi sees herself as that uniter. Mitt Romney could be a uniter like that, but everyone hates him too much on the right now,
he's a loser.
Including myself. Oh, yeah, he's a complete loser. But if you talk to normal, quote-unquote, center-right people or anyone on the left, they kind of like him a little bit. And it's very strange to me. But I'm surrounded by a lot of people with extreme views. So it's hard to get a gauge on what normal people think these days. But to tie it back into that, when I was talking about woke SJW stuff, I got annoyed the other day because I think some of his comments on movies are kind of funny. Have you guys ever watched Critical Drinker? He's obviously had to have popped.
I'm fucking subscribed to him on YouTube.
Are you really? So my problem with him is first off, he won't properly suspend disbelief about movies, which is my biggest pet peeve. When I watch a movie, I suspend my disbelief as best as I possibly can because it is a fictional movie. He's the kind of person who'll make the point where it's like, why didn't Thanos just do this if he had the Infinity Stone all along? He could have just done this, or they could have just done this if they just. And I'm like, I don't look for plot holes that aggressively, especially when it's that type of movie, a Marvel movie or something, but he seems to really etch in on that. But the part that I can't stand is when he's talking about a movie and then he goes, oh, with the woke SJWs, and he just starts like talking about how it's just virtue signaling and the message and all this stuff. And I think language like that is really effective for YouTube algos, so that might be why he says it. Because when I see him on talk, like he has, just podcast type segments,
his
he
videos
sounds pretty
off.
Articulate. Yeah, he sounds pretty articulate, but when he does these scripted ones, it really rubs me the wrong way when he starts talking about things being woke or someone being a Mary Sue. It just seems really lazy. But maybe that's what works for him.
I see what you mean about how he's using like tried and tired language, but I think his main criticism is that he's not the one doing it, right? Like if you look at his videos on like all these other films, one point he constantly brings up is he says this film is trying too hard to relate it to the world that we live in today. And so for example, Lord of the Rings, he made a video on that saying it's jarring how the way that they cast the characters and the way that they portrayed how they act and all that stuff. It's a reminder, like you can see that they're forcing the characters to act so hard in a manner that portrays like the virtues that modern society values today. And it's not him that's the one that's saying all SJW and stuff. It's like they're trying so hard to force that narrative, and it just ruins the film in itself.
I don't know if it was him, but there was a video that made a really good point about how in Lord of the Rings, or in Game of Thrones, when someone's from a certain region, they looked a certain way. When they were from the desert, they would have darker skin because they were spent more time in the sun. And they like took careful care to like curate these different cultures from different areas. In Lord of the Rings, it's here's the hill people, here's the woods people, here's the whatever people, and they're all just a bunch of black and white people and Asian people, and it doesn't it takes you out of the immersion. Yeah. So it's just, how am I supposed to care about this segmented group when it's really just a bunch of people together just happen to be in the same place? At least that's what it looks like.
It's like, what, the elves want to fight the dwarves when they both look exactly the same? Like, there's nothing different between them, seriously?
Yeah, exact. I just, I hope it's not too much of a peek behind the curtain, but when I speak, I really try not to use words like that. It's really easy just to say woke, SJW, virtue signal, all those classic terms. So I try really hard to avoid them because they're just so drawn out now. They're so drawn out. Whenever I hear, I'm just like, ugh. You know, they say red pill on Fox News now, and I can't handle it. I can't handle it. It kills me. It's been entirely co-opted. So
you know what your the aesthetic of what you're saying is. I get the same vibe as like someone saying, "Dude, I was into that band before it was cool."
Yeah, you might be right. I might just be a verbiage hipster. I think that might be what I am. So, and I'm willing to live with that. What I'm trying to do right now is not laugh because I is spamming the Discord with pictures of that dumb tree. It's stupid.
Dude, that fucking tree meme has been popping the fuck off on Twitter
I'm
recently.
so happy about it because it poked its head up around 2 or 3 years ago, and it was just, you must be over 30 to play this video game. You must be over 25 to play this game, and now it's just, I saw Tyson post it once or twice again recently, and now I is into it, and it's like, I hope we're not jumping the shark.
If you're over 25 and own a computer, you have to play this game.
If you're over 25 and own a computer, you have to listen to the Pink Boys podcast. Yeah, I mean, look at that thing, it's so fucking stupid. Can you please make the thumbnail for this, like something to do with this tree, so people know what I'm talking about. And then this one has a girl texting on her phone. It says, "I'm coming over. You better not be a wise mystical tree." And then the caption for the next frame is "my stupid ass," and it's just the tree's face. That's so funny. So mad.
It's ruined. Oh, you like, check this one out. Look at this one. Get a load of this one, Zuma.
Yeah, let's see, Paul. It's the tree's face in a back room, the mystical paranormal back room. So that's funny. That's funny.
Watch this one. Yeah, this is the best one, I swear.
All right, okay. What are you sending it in Discord? I saw that one earlier. That one is pretty good. That was pretty good. The face is just so funny. I think there was one where it's like you're giving him head and you look up and he's making this face and it's the tree face. Why is this little tree spotted in fucking hip palace?
Coincidence? I think not.
All right, I got it. You guys got anything else? Because this episode has fully gotten away from me, and I'm fine with that.
It's just I can't. I just look at it and I just can't not think it's the fucking Deku tree. You know the great Deku tree? Yeah, it's ruined it. It's ruined the Deku tree for me.
There was a boss in Final Fantasy IX that was a giant evil tree that kind of reminds me of this one too. So, but all right, I got to get back to laughing about this tree. So, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Or are you good to go? You good to go?
Yeah, have you seen this fucking tree?
Stop it. Tyson, how about you? You good?
I'm good. Just fuck Uber drivers. That's it.
Really?
What happened
Interesting.
There? Okay, come on.
I actually had a conversation with someone today who got picked up from an airport and said the Uber driver asked him, "Do you know where a gas station is?"
What the fuck?
No. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. A cab driver would never ask that question. They wouldn't even talk to you. That's why cab drivers are superior.
No, I'm just fucking salty because last week I went to lunch with my mom and I ordered an Uber to take us home, and then this fucking idiot just goes the opposite direction for like 20 minutes, and I can't cancel because I'll be charged a fee. So I don't know what's wrong with them. Can they not like read the fucking map?
Sometimes they can't, and they look like idiots staring at their phones all the time, and they don't pull over. They don't pull over on streets. They sit and park in the middle of the street and put their blinkers on. Yeah. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So, anyways, whoever's listening, I apologize for this episode, but I'm literally on drugs. So what do you want me to do? I am on the air on drugs laughing at a stupid fucking tree. So there's nothing I can do about it. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. And Tyson, you go ahead. You can say something.
No, I'm Gucci. Thank you guys for listening.
All right. See you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.